Good afternoon from the 2016 Junior Canadian Ball Hockey Championships in the West End Soccer Centre here in Edmonton, Alberta. My name is Dave Dawson. I'll be your play-by-play announcer along with cameraman Dave Foley. Rob Zitlaw was here as well. We'll be bringing you this IC Video Productions webcast. Thanks for tuning in across Canada, around the world. Today's game will be a U-17 match between the visitors, the Manitoba Grasshoppers, and the home side of the Alberta Crude. Both teams 1-1 in this, or 1-0 in this tournament, pardon me. Got out to victories yesterday. Grasshoppers won 5-0 over Team Saskatchewan, which just lost to Ontario. And that Ontario team lost yesterday to Alberta Crude by a score of 5-2. Yeah, lots at stake here. Potentially first place on the line. Semifinals tomorrow. Both teams will get underway again tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, let's watch a little ball hockey. That's your captain in behind the net. Long lead pass up there to number 73. Great, they don't have a 73 on the roster. All right, we're going to make up a name for this guy today. Pass towards the net, ends up hitting the net. Cleared out of harm's way. Shot goes over top, and that goes out of play. It's Rhett Dawson. No whatsoever. Beautiful fans from all across Canada here visiting and listening and watching online on YouTube. Draw is going to come to the right side of the goaltender. Team Alberta. Close quarters here in this facility. Manitoba, number 16. Daniel Carbon, shot towards the net. Rebound right in the crease, pad save. I love these jerseys too. All the jerseys here in this facility, this tournament have been fantastic. 3-on-2 opportunity. Nice back check there by Manitoba. Up on it's Tanner Mole. It's going to come all the way back to Cairns. He's going to put it up right side there for Upper. In behind the net. Puck just caroms out in front in the dangerous territory, but Alberta's going to knock it ahead. Only to the far blue line. Off of the boards and back out through center. Stopped there neatly by the goaltender. I believe that is Bryson McNeil in net for Manitoba. Chance on the side. Had to be quick. Long cross floor pass taken down. Back there to get its Carbon again. Tanner Mole, the leading scorer in this tournament for Manitoba. 2 goals and 1 assist on the Alberta side. You're looking at Nick Lair, number 23, who's going to probably see a whole lot of time on the floor. Garen Butler as well got 3 assists. Cole Bassinet's got a goal and 2 assists. Draw to the right side of the goaltender for Manitoba, Bryson McNeil. Face off. 2 minutes gone in this opening period. Last game between Saskatchewan and Ontario. Some rowdy crowds here. I'm used to the ruckus around us. It's nice and quiet. I can actually hear myself think this is fantastic. Ball comes in front, a backhander right through the crease. Right side pass. Can't slow down. It's going to go all the way back into the Alberta zone and in a foot chase back there. Rhett Dawson, pardon me, that's Colton Kanaski. We're going to have our first power play opportunity of the game. It's going to be a hooking call. Only for 2 minutes. A lot of the stick infractions, if you're new to the ball hockey game and you could just be joining us and maybe you're not familiar with that, a lot of the stick infractions go for 4 minutes. A hooking call is likely going to get 2. A slash, a high stick will get you 4 minutes. Contacting the ball with your high stick, that'll probably get you 2. Draw to the right side of the Alberta goaltender. Won by Manitoba. Jamie Lee's going to dump it in. That's going to go for the offside call. The face-off will come right back outside of the zone. As I did mention, tomorrow morning, both these teams are going to be back in action again. Tournament started on Thursday. It ends Sunday. The finals, the U-19 finals, will be at 1:30. the U-17 at 12:15, the gold medal match. Alberta's underway tomorrow morning at 8:30 against Team Saskatchewan. Manitoba will also play at 8:30 against Ontario. Semifinals will begin for the U-17s at 1 p.m. tomorrow. 1:35 left in the power play. Left hand offering, the left side offering. Last game we saw Saskatchewan quite aggressive on the power play. All three of their goals scored were worth a player advantage. There I finally get to see that number, and net is 31 Caden Kelly. Tyler Hoekstra played a net yesterday. Made 18 saves out of 20 shots. Back behind the net. Weird bounce in front, and that's going to be cleared down. McNeil is able to play it, but all the way down onto the net. 55 seconds left in the power play for Alberta. Left side pass. Zone is entered and tripped up at center. There'll be another penalty call going to Manitoba. 5-on-3 opportunity for Alberta for 48 seconds. One of those plays that a guy's stick is in the lane and trips over at full speed. Those kind of things happen, so yet another penalty. No, they're not going to call a penalty. I thought they were calling a penalty on that one, Dave. All right, talking to my camera guy, Dave Foley here. I was convinced that was a tripping call, but what do you do? Play goes on, no penalty call. 45 seconds left. Just icing. That's pretty much what it was. Alberta power play continues. Right onto the goaltender, Bryson McNeil. Draw will come to the left side again. Sent all the way down to the goaltender. Daniel Liberty waits to set it up. 25 seconds left in the power play. Off to the right side. Dumped into the zone. Back to retrieve for Manitoba. Tanner Mole. Not a whole lot of offensive opportunities yet in this game. More of a feeling out process. This could be the one. No, pass behind him. Big shot from the point is blocked. Really seen many high percentage scoring opportunities. Centering pass, can't get across. Both teams at even strength now. 0 for 1 on the power play is Alberta. Left point offering, taken away. Here's a chance down the right wing side for Manitoba, 1-on-1. Looks like the shot on net by number 73, Vaughn Dupre, was blocked. Got a chance on the point, a stick check. Great defensive teams here, both these units are, and a shot on net. Save, rebound right in the crease, couldn't get a stick on it. That goes wide. One of the best scoring chances yet, not able to get a stick on it. And in and around the boards. Manitoba now, Bannerman gives it away. Shot, they blocked. Gets another chance at it. Shot from the side, blocked again. Something's telling me we're going to see a theme for this hockey game today. Liberty trying to get around a man. He does one, another one. Can't get past number 19, Gagliardi. Liberty up on the forecheck too. The back check rather. Nice little move. Good hands by this young man. Doing it all himself. Passes it across to his D partner. Left wing side. Garen Butler goes down the floor to Nick Leader. Nick Layer, pardon me. Shot towards the net is blocked yet again. That's probably at least 6 or 7 blocks by Manitoba so far. Word up on it again, 2-on-2 on the left wing side. Butler knocked down, no penalty call. Play goes on. That's going to be a penalty though. A couple cross checks and a few punches to the face. That'll get you some time to sit down and think about it. Taking exception to the trip there that wasn't called, and those guys are probably going to go off for a pair of roughing minors. No, it's only going to be number 23, Nick Layer, going to the box. All right. Okay, Manitoba going to be getting themselves a power play. First opportunity to the contest. Well, I guess in order to settle down any scrum like that, you take one. Good way to get it in the mind of the players on the floor that they're not going to tolerate that. Rather than go offsetting, we'll take one and we'll put your team at a disadvantage. Dump attempt is going to off the side and can carry all the way down the floor. .11:40 left in the first half. We're scoreless here between Manitoba and Alberta. As I mentioned off the top, both these teams are undefeated. Manitoba beat Saskatchewan 5-0 yesterday, and Alberta beat Ontario 5-2. Nice little inside-outside move. Big shot for the point. Gets deflected again. It's Mason Martin patrolling the left point on the right side. Well, his idea was to have bright yellow jerseys with white numbers on the back, but as a play-by-play guy, I'm going to tell you right now, not a big fan of it. But I like it. The jerseys are nice. Martin sends it across to, still can't see his number. The guy wearing, he's got the captain. We're just going to call him Captain today. Briscoe trying to get it through. 1 minute left on the power play. Shot from the side, easy save. That's going to hit the netting, and that'll be a face-off. 53 seconds left in the player advantage, 10:37 left in the first half. The captain stays out there for the line change. It's a warm facility, the West Edmonton Soccer Center. It's a beautiful afternoon in Edmonton this weekend, so heavily beveraged are we in this press box. Draw to the right side of the goaltender. I believe we've come to the conclusion that that's Caden Kelly between the pipes. Number 31. I think that's 31. We're just going to put a circle on his name and say it's 31. Referee giving some instruction to the players at the draw. Alberta out of the zone, through the middle. Only to center and back out again. Stuart Cummings that was. Couldn't go any further than that. Out there with him is Jaden Panu. Dumps it down to relieve some pressure. 25 seconds left in the power play. Nearing the 8-minute mark of the opening frame. Scoreless. Each team has had a power play, and the current one Manitoba's on. Alberta's already 0 for 1. We're going to switch sides for a one-timer here. Is Colton Kanaski. Big wind-up shot, way over top, rebound! Good hand-eye, trying to bat it into the net from the side. Just over top. Not able to get it done. Martin puts it down low, past Leonard. That's going to be O'Callahan who's going to bring it up and send her down. Both teams at even strength, so that'll be an icing call. Manitoba now over the blue line, shot on net save, rebound, knocked out of harm's way. Another shot off of the pad and over top. Uselman puts it into his bench in a 3-on-3 and negates that opportunity, and that'll bring a face-off. 8:55 left in the first. Scoreless here at the Ball Hockey Championships, and I'm having a few technical difficulties here. I apologize. Tripping over cords. We're in the small confines here, and we utilize as much of our space as we possibly can. All right, draw to the left side of the goaltender, Kelly. just outside of the Alberta zone. Again, no real offensive high percentage scoring opportunities, about 3 or 4 each, or maybe 3 or 4 in total as it's dumped in. That'll be a face-off in the Manitoba zone now. U-15, U-17, and U-19s in action this weekend. Broadcast following this one up will be the Newfoundland Masters Selects against Team Saskatchewan U-19. Manitoba wins the draw. Head Bannon on the offense. Dumped right back in, though. Back there to pick it up is Bannerman. Right side pass to Martin. Cross floor and over the blue line. Martin going towards that, trying to knock it down. He throw it in the net. I think he gloved it into the net. Referee's going to call penalty for that one. I think that's probably the right choice. I can't say I understand what he was doing there. Referee standing right in front of him. It's 100% of the time in front of a referee. You're not going to get away with that. But give the young man points for imagination, as Martin now has 2 minutes to think about that. For unsportsmanlike conduct, putting Alberta on the power play, but with the flow of the game so far, Alberta really hasn't had a chance to create any opportunities. Maybe this might be the time that they'll be able to get something on net here. No team has really dominated so far in the scoring chance opportunity, but possession, Manitoba's been up there with ball control. Liberty's been the busiest guy for Alberta so far in this game, and he's over the blue line into the zone. Boy, can he move. Looking at the right point to Bassnett. No, he's going to keep it himself. Liberty could not find the net on that one, as it did hit a body in front. Trying to do it all himself. Alberta back in again. That's Bryce. Chases his own dump in. Bumps the man he's battling with, Gagliardi. To the right point now. Thinking about shooting it. Moves to an open lane. He's going to try and cycle here with his defender. Point shot way wide, looking for a deflection. That was Bryce from the point. Again, not able to get anything towards it. And here's a chance for Manitoba on a foot chase. Upper wasn't able to get a hold of that ball. Alberta managed to fight that one off. Tell Manitoba the hungrier of the two teams right now. Alberta needs to get a couple high percentage shots on net. That's not going to be there, as they're going to dump it down the ice. Bannerman, now it's up there from Mold on the right side. Gets around a defender. 1-on-3 with 1-on-4 with no help. 29 seconds left in the Alberta power play. 6:49 left in the first period. Here's a chance for Alberta. Not able to split the D was Garen Butler. Goes behind and retrieved by Mason Martin, who's going to send it down. 15 seconds left in the power play. Dave Dawson and Dave Foley. We got Dave team today at the U-17s. Alberta Crude, Manitoba Grasshoppers. Pair of 1-0 teams in the contest. Beat the respective teams we just finished doing play-by-play for in the last game. As the shortcut taken by number 77, Tyler Pohl. Now Alberta on the aggressor. Lead towards the net, can't get it in front for Cummings. Could not pop it in the open cage, couldn't get a stick on it. Back behind the net, looking for someone to pass to. He's going to send it back and cycle. Both teams at even strength again. Alberta now 0 for 2 in the power play. Walks in, shot blocked again. Shot from the point, guess what? Blocked. Another chance, pads it, rebound, can't get a stick on it. Turning around, takes a shot. Off the body into the corner. Here's some life out of Alberta. Right point shot. Over top and wide. Manitoba's going to center down to relieve some pressure. Good rush there by Team Alberta. Able to generate something positive in this game. A couple of power plays, nothing really going for it, but sometimes it's the momentum out of the power play and what you can do after that. They're able to get some chances, and that is exactly what happened there for Team Alberta. 5:26 left in the first half. We're still scoreless. Manitoba's yet to be scored on in the tournament. I'm not going to say the word. I'm just going to say that they've yet to be scored on in the tournament. Those of you superstitious people out there, I will not be one there, but I'll respect you for your superstitiousness. That's going to be another face-off to the right side. Referee may be claiming he dropped it unfairly. I hear a pin drop in this facility, so I'm trying to understand what the referee was saying there, but I didn't quite hear exactly everything. All right, dropped again. Turnaround shot through the crease and wide. Side of the net towards, shot, deflected, rebound, scores! There it is! I didn't jinx it, I promise. I didn't say the word, but Manitoba has their first goal scored against them in the tournament. Alberta opens it up. 13:56 of the first half. Can't see his number. It's number 20. I believe that is Emery Nelson's going to get credited for that goal. Back at it again goes Alberta, and again that goes off of the into the netting and out of play. Manitoba started early with the possession game. Didn't get a whole lot of great chances. Power play opportunity. Alberta with a couple of power plays, and the momentum after that power play, the scramble in front, making it a 1-0 contest. And by the way, these two teams have played so far in this game. To me, 1-0 is going to be a hard lead to come back and tie up. This would be a 1 or 2-1, 1-0 game. 3-2, definitely going to be a low-scoring affair. Two very, very defensive groups. Down the right wing side goes Bastnet. 1-on-2. He does have help, but not able to get there as he's heavily pursued by two defenders. A bit of a tap on the gloves there. Bastnet comes again, a shot off of the leg and into the corner. Teammate Layer after it. Shot from the side. Rebound right to the crease. Can't get a stick on it. Baston had a yawn in cage to pop it in. Couldn't bury it home. Little nifty stick work at the blue line will bring it back out through center and into the zone again for Manitoba as number 73, Dupré. Oh, and bumped hard. That'll be a boarding penalty. 4 minutes likely. Rob Zitlau did make the observation last game that some of the young men feel a body part or a stick on the back. Sometimes they'll lose their balance. Not saying that may have happened there, but if you're an Alberta fan, you might be thinking that could be what happened. But on the Manitoba side, you put an arm in a back when a player's numbers are showing towards the boards, you don't touch him. You go to the box. Only 2 minutes. All right. Dupré looks no worse for wear. Not even going to miss a shift. He's going to stay out there. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called, potentially. 4:03 left in the first. 1-0 Alberta. And a goal scored by Emery Nelson. Coaching staff for Alberta, Chad McFadden, Mike Small, and Brian Summers. For Manitoba, Aaron Contant, Dylan Kelly, and Samuel Briscoe. Very focused couple of groups here. Dupré does remain out there. He looks okay. That's great news for Manitoba. Great news for just in general. You don't like to see somebody go head first under the boards. He's pleading his case to the referee, and Alberta's likely going to have a couple of words for that young man when they come out. But hey, that's sports. That's some trash talk. That's how she goes. Draw to the left side of Kelly. Manitoba's got a chance here to tie this game up. Second power play opportunity of the game, and started off right away by dumping it all the way down the floor. Back there to get it is Colton Kanaski. Martin puts it up. Return pass as he established the zone. Shot towards it, scores! Just like that, we got a tie game. Deflected in front, I don't know the number, but somebody deflected it, and we got a tie game. .14:42. We'll put the time on that one. I know their captain shot it from the point, and it looked like it was deflected in front. So tie game is the important part. Power play wasting no time. Good stick work there by Mason Martin. Looks like he got a bit of a hack for his efforts. Stone back there, he's going to send it out. Can't get it out of the zone though, and up on the play. That shot's going to go over the netting and out of play with 2:59 left in the first half. Tied at 1. Manitoba continuing to put pressure on. Battling in front, whacking away at it. 1-2 chances, can't get it there. Shot from the point, found its way through and handled by the goaltender Kelly. Likely going to see a penalty, a slashing penalty there. Quite often you do see that. The goaltender has the ball in his equipment, and you think he might have another chance at knocking it free. Can't quite get it out, and that's going to put him to the penalty box for 4, I would guess. I think referee signaling 4 minutes. That'll be a 4-minute power play opportunity for Manitoba, and just when Alberta thought they had some momentum in this game, Manitoba starting to draw it right back again. Slash on the defender, pardon me, for whacking at the goaltender. So that's the penalty that will be called. Manitoba to the power play again. The captain puts it into the corner. Tanner Mole. Captain thinks about it. Back down to the corner again. Colton Kanaski is the captain of the Manitoba team. Two minutes left in this first half, tied at 1. Big shot, blocked with the stick, goes flying. Rebound right through the crease, and that goes wide. Pass in front! Just got a stick on it, couldn't put it in, was Dupre. Now towards the net again. Bit of a tap towards the net. Backhander. Dupre turns from the point, winds up, shot safe. Rebound! Right there, a big shot by Martin. Saved, and stick pushed all the way down the floor, and some more pushing and shoving. I can tell you right now, these guys don't like each other. I'm going to be Captain Obvious. Maybe there's some harsh feelings over the Bombers' win yesterday over the Eskimos. I don't know, sorry, just had to bring that up. Excuse me, pardon me. Either way, we're going to put 1 in the box. That'll have an Alberta power play now. Or pardon me, 4-on-4 hockey, rather. We'll negate the power play opportunity. That'll leave Manitoba at 1 for 3. Alberta will have a 58-second power play after that. Again, don't have the privilege of an in-house announcer here, so the play-by-play guy, we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants. can't hear the penalty calls. We don't hear the goal calls. It's choose your own adventure day. It's Liberty back there. Headmans it up through center. Now it's past that towards. Good defensive play again. Big shot. Oh, that's got a tickle right into the body of Kanaski. He absorbed that one. Another shot towards. Easily steered away. Liberty has it. This guy likes to keep the ball. I'm just saying. I've had that observation so far, and he'll keep doing that. Brings it into the zone. Turns it around. He's going to keep it again. Back to the left point. Sends it across. To Pellet. Looking for a Pellet towards the net. Liberty shoots. Looking for a deflection. With the way Manitoba's blocking shots so far this afternoon, that's a brilliant move by Liberty. There's no point in ripping it into a shin pad. Put it off into the corner and hope for a deflection of some sort or a weird bounce. You can tell that young man's played quite a deal of ball hockey in his life. 25 seconds left in the first half. We're tied at 1 at the Canadian Junior National Ball Hockey Championships. 1:54 left in the Manitoba penalty, or power play rather, and then 2:53 left in the other penalty. So Alberta will have 52 seconds of power play time when that's all said and done. Off of the draw, shot is blocked yet again. Good battle behind, 1-on-2 on the Alberta side. Pass through the crease goes nowhere. In a foot chase for it. Daniel Carbon's going to send it down the ice, down the floor, and that'll be an icing call. 7 seconds left in this opening period. Just heard the coaching staff yell, big draw for both teams. Obviously, the big one is you want to put a ball towards the net quickly and try and create some offense here and go into the halftime up by 1 goal. And that's not going to happen. Manitoba's going to keep it and headman it out, and that'll do it for the first half. 1-1 is the score. Scoring summary, Alberta opens the scoring 13:56 on a goal by Emery Nelson. Not sure who assisted that. And the Manitoba goal by Choose Your Own Adventure at 14:42. 1 for 3 on the Manitoba power play, 0 for 3 for Alberta. We'll be back with the second half at the Canadian Junior National Ball Hockey Championships. Welcome back for the second half of the Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships in Edmonton. Alberta Crude and Manitoba Grasshoppers tied at 1 apiece. 4-on-4 hockey coming up here. Both these teams undefeated in the tournament. Big victory on the line. First place at stake. Both the teams they beat in the opening contest played before us. Team Saskatchewan falls to 0-2. Ontario at a 1-1. Alberta has had opportunities here to really put this game out of reach, but that Manitoba defense, boy, do they ever know how to block shots. We've seen a whole lot of that. Not a very offensive contest, more of a chess match than anything. Your 96 New Jersey Devils and the 2003 Minnesota Wild, if you can imagine that. If you're just joining us, that's kind of what we've been facing today. Dave Foley running camera, ICU Video Productions. Rob Zitlow on hand here as well. West End Soccer Center in Edmonton. Those bright yellow Manitoba jerseys with the white numbers on the back. I'm going to buy me one of those after the game. A lot of creative jerseys here in this tournament, I'll definitely say that. And a lot of good effort they put into designing something for the crowd to wear. Right point. Big shot. That goes way wide. Looking for a deflection. Bannerman. No, back there's Pelé, I believe that is. Headmans. Still has the ball. Heavily pursued by number 2, Bannerman. Backhanded. Up on the play. Good stick work. Back check by Pelé. He's had a nifty game today. Goes off of the boards and all the way down the floor. The goaltender, Caden Kelly, will slow it down for his defender. 55 seconds left. Alberta now on the power play. It'll be their third opportunity to contest. Manitoba is 0 for 3. In behind, trying to steer traffic with his stick. The goaltender dumped down deep again. Play. On the left point, Liberty. Fakes it. They're not giving him any respect at all. They want to make sure that he doesn't uncork one from the point. In ball hockey, you do see quite often the big point shots and a lot of offense created from that spot. Cross floor pass for Liberty, keeps it in. Winds up shot, deflected by the defenseman. That's your captain, Colton Kanaski, that almost put it in his own net, but got enough out of it. He was a bit of an apology to his goaltender there that you might have missed on camera. Now both teams are at even strength, but not for long, as the referee is pointing towards the skies. And that'll be a slash, likely for the 4-minute variety. We have seen a lot of penalties. That's going to be the 7th power play already. Pardon me, Manitoba was 1 for 3 on the power play, not 0 for 3 when I said that earlier, but it's an Alberta player, number 10. Rhett Dawson going to the box, not my younger brother, for 4 minutes. Draw to the left side of Kelly. Outside of the Manitoba zones, won by the boys in yellow. Fluorescent. Should I say fluorescent or yellow? I'll let you decide that one. All the way down the floor, that'll be icing. Back into the Manitoba zone. I'll be doing one more broadcast for you this afternoon. U-19 game right after this. Newfoundland Masters selects and Team Saskatchewan. Tomorrow morning, things get underway bright and early. And the finals are on Sunday. 12 noon, or the first gold medal contest for U-15s at 10:45. The final gold medal at 1:45. Left side pass, slowly advancing on the power play as your captain Kanaski brings it in, established the zone. Nope, they're not onside. They got to tag up. Alberta doing a good job holding fort. Pelé now thinks about putting it down through the middle, but instead he puts it up the floor. Chance for Manitoba right in front. Good defense again by Pelé. My honorable mention for player of the game right now for Alberta is number 44. Boy, has that guy been everywhere defensively. And a good foot pursuit here. Shot off of a stick. That's going to go into the corner and out of play. That'll come back outside of the zone because of the deflection. 14:18 left in the second half. Again, tied at 1. My prediction was a 2-1 final, and I really firmly believe in that. Both these teams are going to shut her down defensively even more as we do pursue the dying minutes of this contest. Draw one by Alberta. Liberty, big shot for the point, and again, blocked in the crease. One Manitoba defender, always laying at the top of the crease there to help their goaltender out. Sometimes more than anything, a foot or a stick is going to accidentally deflect that one into the 4x6. Taken and sent all the way down the floor again, right onto the goaltender. 2:41 left in the power play. We're tied at 1. Long lead pass to establish the zone, and we're in. Towards the net, a good back check. Into the corner from the half wall behind. Liberty goes inside, outside. And off of the boards again. Liberty, the one-man show out there. The Statue of Liberty. Maybe that's what we should be calling this guy. Great job holding the line by the Manitoba defender, and up on the play is going to be Bassnett. Down towards and bumps the player. Again, you see that little nudge from behind. Backhander towards. Great chance for Alberta. Short-handed. Cross floor pass into the zone. Shot! What a save. Leonard with the offering. Taken down by McNeil. At just outside of the zone. Referee right in position on top of that play. Manitoba brings it in again. Across, towards, right at the top, a shot. Oh boy, did not miss by much. To the point, winds up, shots in, scores! Did he ever let that one rip? Just trickled through the wickets of Caden Kelly, and Mason Martin has made this one a 2-1 score. Second power play goal for Manitoba. It's the 5:26 marker of the second half. He got everything on that one, and quite often what we've seen so far in the game and a half that I've been able to witness here, a lot of the point shots are low. They want to get that deflection, which I guess you see in hockey in the most part, but some guys are what you call the glory players. They want to get it up top and humiliate a goaltender. But a 5-hole goal does equally just that. 2-1 Manitoba as Pillay dumps it in. Back after it's your captain, Konaski. Shot from the point. Turnaround shot in the slot, I should say. Goes wide of the net and more over than anything. Nielsen puts it back to Bryce. A shot doesn't get through. The bouncing ball is going to put his player offside, and that's going to draw a face-off with 11:51 left in the second half. Liberty passes it up. Brings it into the zone and still have maintained the zone. Still in the zone. Liberty in a foot chase to try and prevent the icing call, but that's going to go all the way back down again, as we're only going to see more and more and more of these as the game wears on. It's the great thing about ball hockey and great thing about hockey in general is some teams with a high fly, run and gun, flash, panache, put up 10, 11 goals on the board, and some teams just like to grind you down, want you to make a mistake and then capitalize. And that's exactly what Manitoba has been doing, and that is exactly why Manitoba is leading this game by a score of 2-1. Mason Martin, that go-ahead goal. And here's a break right here. Bannerman can't get a shot. Good job coming back in the play is Liberty again. All over the floor is that young man, but that's going to bring it all the way down, and that will be an icing call. It's not very often in a game you can hear word for word what players are talking about on the bench, but both these fan bases are focused and concentrating on the gameplay here. Had quite a rowdy crowd before that. Anytime you involve a Saskatchewan fan base, you get some wild ones. That was quite the experience, the one before this, and likely the next one will be too. Newfoundland versus Saskatchewan. Oh boy, who can party the loudest? Dump in, knocked down by the goaltender, and a nice inside-outside move by Lime. Just continually impressed by the stick work of that young man. Lead pass on the left wing side. Left-hand shot to Butler. I guess in ball hockey you call that your off wing, the left-hand shot on the left side. Through center and in. Dumped off at the point. Layer lets her go. Goaltender looks like he fought that one off. Back to the point again. Fake shot through the seam. Bassner over top of the net. Didn't miss by much. Good job maintaining the blue line. Side of the net. Manitoba's railing here. Alberta's pressing. Ball still loose. Goaltender now has it. McNeil able to hang on for the face-off. We're at the 10-minute mark. He had a good shot of the goaltender there. Lining up to the draw on the right side of the goaltender, McNeil. Hasn't been heavily tested, but he's been able to stand his ground for the most part when he has been. For argument's sake, I would probably say Caden Kelly's been a bit more of the smoother performance today. McNeil looks like he's fought a few off. But, hey, he's got 5 other goaltenders in front of him that are helping him win this game right now. So, draw to the right side is won by Manitoba. Up on the play. 3-on-2 developing. Left side, inside, outside, pass to the side, shot off the crossbar. They're calling it a goal. Referee was in possession, and he says that went underneath the bar. Manitoba, what a shot. 3-2 is the score, and I believe, is that 16 Carbon on front? 12. Dedio, I believe that's Dedio is going to get credit for that one. What a shot that was, and the inside-outside move to the defender made him kind of forget where he was. Oh, Dedio makes it 3-1 for Manitoba. And let me tell you, with how defensive these two teams are, that is going to be a tough one for Alberta to fight back and tie this game with. Shot from the point is blocked in a foot chase. Off of the boards. Back in again in a broken play. Just wide of the net, a shot. Nelson did not miss by much. Now Alberta turning it on here. Nelson on the side tries to do the give and go, but there was no go. There was a go, but not a return pass. Good hack there on the side. They're just trying to force it towards and hopefully create a rebound. But those Manitoba defenders collapsing in front of the net. Fantastic job defensively by Manitoba. The side, gloving it by Dupre. Net is off of its, whatever you want to call it. There's no moorings, there's no pegs. It's off of the line. That's a good way to say it. Play now. Trying to draw defenders to him. Sorry, that's not play, that's Nelson. Trying to draw defenders towards him and open up some floor for his Alberta team. He's trying to stretch the defense of Manitoba as they're going to stretch the floor. And for an icing call. 3-1 is the score for the boys in yellow. 8:18 left in this first period. Manitoba could find themselves in first place by the end of this game, and they're going to be playing tomorrow morning against the Ontario Storm at 8:30 a.m. Ontario, as I mentioned, just beat Saskatchewan by a score of 5-3. Those are also some pretty fun jerseys to observe. Manitoba or Alberta on the attack again towards the net. Good defensive play. Breaking that up on a 3-on-2. Back into the Alberta zone. Bryce will headman it. Jumping up on the play is the captain. Not able to stop that one from entering the zone, and it's back out again. Touch pass on the right wing side, and over the blue line is Upper. Ditches it back to the point and pickpocketed. It's 2-on-2 the other way, 3-on-2. Make that a 4-on-2. This is opening up a little bit now. High tempo hockey. That's fun to watch, is it not? We'll take some of this right about now. Liberty has it towards, can't get a shot away to the point. Dumped into the corner. Up into the air and back down, and now it's Manitoba trying to relieve some pressure. And they're going to call that one icing with 7:08 left in the second half. Good pressure there by Alberta, putting Manitoba back on their heels, and I think the key to Alberta trying to cash in and then get towards the equalizer be to try to create some space through that defense. That tight Manitoba box, not allowing you to get any shots towards the net. And on the Manitoba side, let's weather the storm. Block shots, dump it down, relieve the pressure. That's like a frustrated hockey team. I don't know, I played some hockey in my time, and you keep shooting balls off a defender's legs, you get frustrated pretty quickly. It's play outside of the zone. Manitoba now, that's Bannerman trying to get it through center to Tyler Pohl. Got some time to make a decision. It goes off of a stick and jumped on the play is Hrushka. Can't advance it, and now it's Alberta. Layer, cross floor, in front, can't get it there. Play, another shot at it, blocked again. A jump ball, Play brings it down, inside, outside, Play towards, back into the corner again. In behind, drop pass in front. Can't get on it. 3 Manitoba bodies right in the crease. Not to mention the guy wearing all the goaltending padding. And it goes off and all the way down the floor to again relieve some pressure. Broken record. But hey, if you're a Manitoba coach, Aaron Content, all day, he says, all day. Alberta brings it back in again. Off of the boards, a weird bounce. Butler to the left side for Lair. Shot wide of the net. Rebound. Carries all the way to the blue line. And up on it's Manitoba. Left wing side is Martin. Centers it. Backhand. Didn't get everything on, and that goes a weak one into the corner. All alone in the slot is Leonard looking for it. Couldn't get it to him. Sat there for a good 3 seconds before any defender went near him. A couple slashes here and there. And the referee will finally call that one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 hacks, and he's going to call the Manitoba player for hooking, and he says, who, me? I always love that about hockey players. Guilty as charged, but they still argue. That's the great thing about sport. 5:08 left in the second half. 3-1 is the score. Caden Dediot, the guy who did have that go-ahead 3-1 goal, or the goal that has put this game a little more out of reach. Dupre's going to come and take the draw. He's going to line up against Nelson. Nelson wins that cleanly. Huge power play here for Alberta. Probably don't need to advertise that much. They're 0 for 3 in the contest so far. Big shot over top. And they're going to call offside on that one. That's the kind of dumping that tells me, let's just put something on net. They're not having a whole lot of success getting balls past that Manitoba defense. Decent contingent of faithful on both sides of me here between Manitoba and Alberta. Obviously, the road trip is a little less taxing for the Alberta fans. Nelson to Dawson, back to Nelson, right point Liberty. I want to see that guy uncork one. Boy, can he ever shoot the ball. They're just not giving him time to let it go. Now this might be the one. Nope, defender right at one time scores! What a shot! I believe that was number 20, Emery Nelson, on the one-timer. Got all that. 3-2 score on the power play. And guess what? Don't go anywhere. We got ourselves a hockey game. Emery Nelson on the assist by Liberty at the 13:30 marker of the second half. And that has added some swagger to the Alberta step. This game is going to be dialed up. I can just feel it. Picked off by Dupre over the blue line. He's got two with him towards the net. Dupre puts it behind. Right in front. Oh, he did not miss by much. Centering pass for Briscoe. He had 3/4 of the net to shoot at. He put it between a Cheerio and the goalpost. So close to popping that one in. 4 minutes left in this game. Liberty behind, trying to create something. He stumbles. Centering pass, can't get it in front. Nelson, the goal scorer. Liberty's going to go off on a change. Manitoba will take the liberties to using that free time to bring it up. Carbon, left side up there to Briscoe. Returned and dumped back deep again is Dawson. Battling for it hard is Nelson. He's been all over the place. Pardon me, that's not Nelson, that's Panu. Cycles it back behind, cycles it again, looking for the give and go. Nelson and Panu together. Panu trying to back his defender up towards and try to get right in the crease, and the net will come and knocked way off as we'll have a stoppage of play. 3:18 left in the second half. Likely going to be a timeout here if I can be Nostradamus at all. Nope, not Nostradamus. All right. Nostra Dave Dawson and Dave Foley. Happy to bring you a play-by-play this weekend. Tournament started yesterday, going right through till Sunday. Wherever you're listening in from, Manitoba, Alberta, maybe your family is somewhere on the East Coast or the left coast. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Beautiful facility this West End Soccer Complex is in the West End of Edmonton, about 170 Street and a $1.06 A Ave if you're looking at making the venture down this way. Whole lot of great hockey going on in this facility right up until Sunday at about 2:30. Right now, Alberta would love to get one more goal to ensure that they have a chance at playing in one of those games on Sunday. And this could be the opportunity right here. Down the left wing side comes Uselman. Uselman looking for the deflection in front. It went right through. Stone in front, backhander off of a stick, blocked again. 2:29 left. You wonder when that goaltender is going to come out. I'd give it about another 50 seconds if I'm head coach Chad McFadden. Off of the boards, not able to keep it in. Back to the blue line. McFadden yelling, move it forward, advance it, and they do. Glove down by two defenders. You know the importance of keeping that ball on side when you got two guys jumping side by side with each other. 2 minutes left in this game. Manitoba up 3-2. Dangerous cross zone pass as Alberta was changing, and the Grasshoppers are out. Some skip to their step right now as they want to maintain this 3-2 lead. Sent in opposite corner. The first one, too, it is number 55 in yellow, Austin Leonard. Up on the plays, Alberta. Liberty, 3-on-2, trying to ditch it to one of his teammates, but they got their signals crossed. All go towards the net, right in front! It's saved by Bryson McNeil. It was loose for a second. Oh, so close to tying the game up. Score remains 3-2. Now we'll likely see a timeout called, and yes, we do. Newfoundland Masters selects and Team Saskatchewan will follow this game right up. U-19 contest right after this. If you're just joining us, this game didn't really start out overly exciting on the offensive side. Two more strategic defensive teams are feeling each other out, waiting for you to make a mistake, and Alberta able to capitalize at 13:56, and Manitoba fought right back less than a minute later. Then in the second half, we've seen 3 goals. Manitoba took the lead at 5:26, added to it at 10:06, and then Alberta's been trying to slide their way back in. It's been 3-2 for a healthy 3-4 minutes here. Sticked off into the corner. Net is empty for Alberta. The extra attacker is out. 1:13 left in this game. Manitoba leads 3-2. Can they get the equalizer? The tying goal. Chance in front. It's in the crease. Back to the point. Liberty jumps over his head. He's got to keep it in. He does towards the net. Knocked into the corner. Back to the point again. Pillay.Pillay's it into the corner. Cross the floor. What a job picking that off by Dupre. Sending it down the floor and for an icing call. That was the play that likely saved this game for Manitoba. If this ends in 3-2, that is the one we'll look back to. Right across the floor for a one-timer. That had nothing but net written all over it. And Dupre was right there. An answer to Duprez for Manitoba fans. Ripped around the boards. 40 seconds left. Right point Liberty just keeps it in. Just keeps it in. But not for long. As Manitoba will send it out again, and another icing call of 33.2 seconds left. You wonder if one of these teams will eventually call the other timeout that they do possess, one each in each half. Net empty for Team Alberta. Big 66 out there at center. Cole Basnet looking to win this draw. Be a huge one against Dupre. Dupre's been good today, and he ties it up towards the net through the crease. No Alberta player there. Manitoba will gently play it off the boards and all the way down. That'll kill 9 seconds off the clock. Benefit of gently playing it off is you kill a little more clock. You rip that one down and you get a face off sooner than you want. Draw to the right side, McNeil, as he takes a breath quickly and remains focused. No defender is anywhere near their goaltender right now. Trying to keep him in the zone. They know what's at stake. They got to block everything. Every ball going through. And if you're Alberta, just crowd the crease. Maybe get a shot from the point or get a deflection from somewhere. Manitoba ties it up. 19 seconds left. Back to the point. Stopped by Pillay. Sends it through. Trying to deflect it. Basnet couldn't get it towards. Right point. 8 seconds left. Liberty can't shoot. Walks towards Liberty. Can't go across the floor. 4 seconds left. In behind. Battling for it. The Manitoba Grasshoppers are going to improve to 2-0. A big, big power play effort. 2 for 4 in the power play today. And that is why young Grasshopper, they are moving to 2-2, while Alberta will drop to 1-1. That go-ahead goal by Caden Didio was the one that did it. The shot from the point that just trickled through the pads of goaltender Caden Kelly. As we'll get the player of the game honors after this. Wasn't an exciting one to begin, but boy, it had you on the edge of your seat at the end. Manitoba, they know how to play defense. That's what got them here. They wait for you to make a mistake, and they can score too. They got some guys who can put the ball in the net. Both of these teams do, but good effort by both squads. 3-2 is the final as we await the player of the game honors. Both coaching staffs do select these. Honorable mention, I would say, to my opinion, Liberty, Play, any of those guys. All right, number 20 for Alberta gets his name called. Emery Nelson. Didn't have too bad of a game today. Got himself a goal. Pair of goals, actually, pardon me. And Mason Martin got what would be classified as the equalizing goal. The game winner went to Dedio. So there you go. There's your player of the game honors. Thanks for watching today's game. The final score was 3-2 for the Manitoba Grasshoppers. On behalf of my cameraman Dave Foley and a knuckle tap to Rob Zitlau, I'm Dave Dawson. Thanks for watching this ICU Video Productions webcast on the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships in the West End Soccer Centre in Edmonton, Alberta. Stay tuned for a U-19 contest between the Newfoundland Master Selects and Team Saskatchewan, called by yours truly. We'll talk to you again very shortly.